What up, guys? Dr. Vic here. This is day number 23 out of 30. Man, we're getting close to the end already. This has been a lot of fun for me. I hope it's been a lot of fun for you. Sharing you tips on how to empower your new year, but more importantly, your new decade. This tip is really one that I've mastered over time that I enjoy doing because I understood a principle of the universe that talks about, and I learned this, not only a principle of the universe, because if it's in the universe, it plays every aspect of life. And I learned this from a biological level, from a DNA level, is that you can't be in growth and protection at the same time. Your nervous system, you can't be in growth and protection at the same time. That's why I love being a chiropractor. Because if you're not getting your nervous system checked, if you're not seeing if you have subluxations or miscommunications going on in that nervous system that's interfering with the healing process and how to get your body to reset back to being optimal, your brain's going to adapt to be more in a protection state. And the cells and your genes and all that stuff down the road follows course and suit. Some people say, oh, this is just hearsay. Well, when you start to study heart rate variability, and I'm recommending to check that out. I'm actually doing a workshop in February on this in my office. You'll start to understand that this is actually the quality of life indicator. So it was cool for me to go through this process as a chiropractor because I saw it, but I understood it as a universal principle. If you're not expanding in life, you are shrinking. Okay. If you're not putting energy towards something, it shrinks. It starts to die off. This happens in all levels of any aspect of your life. So the tip for today, always learn something new every single day. Always be putting in every single day. Now for me, I map this out in a week because I can't do 7 things all in one day. So, but what I do is I read a book, 10 to 15 minutes every single day, or I'll listen to it on audio. So I'm always learning something new. I actually map out for the month for a business side. What do I want to focus on? How do I want to grow? How do I want to evolve? I do this from a clinical side, from my techniques to my research to what is it that I want to dive deeper into for the month. So that way I'm expanding and growing. And I've been doing this, especially the research side, for over 10 years. So when it comes to health, nutrition, energy medicine, neurology, chiropractic, pediatric, microbiome, you name it, I take months out of that time and I map these out of this is what I'm going to be focusing on for now. And I want to learn as much as I possibly can from it. And that's how, to me, I think I'm being truthful to I think it's a duty as a doctor to do those things. So I challenge myself all the time, and I'm challenging you to start learning something new every single day. Because if you're not learning something new, you're shrinking. If you're not putting energy, like learning how to have a better relationship, right? A lot of times people say, well, they'll read a book and they'll learn things and they think, okay, we're good. We can take the gas. We can stop not focusing on this as much until something else comes up. Instead, what if, and we do this in health. In America, we do this consecutively all the time, or consistently all the time. And that is we live a very reactive response, right? I'm good until something shows up. Okay, let me know how that works out, because in society today, here's the real fact. 5 out of 6 of us will experience some sort of cancer or heart disease in our lifetime. Now, that's just a fact. That's the statistics in America. How do you get outside that, right? How do you become that one person who isn't? Or people above, and I know this is an old statistic, but people above the age of 60, people who won't be on medication is 1 in 10,000. I think it's way higher. I think it's 1 in 15,000 now. I haven't seen a new article or study on it, but it's just crazy. Again, why? We're in a reactive state. Oh, I have something. I have to go to the doctor and get this. Well, how about we just stay consistent with our life, right? Eating healthy, moving well, making sure our mind is clear. That's where chiropractic comes in. Sleeping well, mindfulness, all those things. But the thing is how do you grow in your life? How do you challenge yourself every single day to grow and evolve? This may sound stressful. This may sound like overwhelming, but it's universal law, guys. What you don't give energy to, it's going to eventually shrink and shrivel. And so what you don't, one of the laws of the body, what you don't use, you lose. It's a universal principle. And so how can you challenge your mind? How can you challenge your body? How can you challenge your soul? How can you challenge your heart? How can you grow in areas of your life? Because if you're not challenging yourself, at least on a weekly basis, like for me, I'm always looking for ways how to grow and expand. Every quarter, I map out my last quarter, see what I did. Next quarter, I'm mapping out and saying, okay, here's the things I'm going to grow and expand it. This is why, my morning ritual at one point got a little too crazy because it was like a very long, lengthy list. And I was like, I'm spending an hour and a half here mapping this out, and then I need to grow and expand more. So I started looking at other ways of what I'm going to implement into my life. And so this is what you want to do. Read a book for 10, 15 minutes every day. Listen to audio. 10 to 15 minutes every day. Listen to a podcast. Listen to these videos I shared every single day. And then put an action plan on how you're going to make that change. So that's what I got. Do not ever stop learning, growing, and expanding, because if you don't, you're shrinking. If you don't, you're losing in a sense. Just like your body, you have growth or you have protection. You never have both of the same. You can't. Just like you can never be in a state of anger and be in a state of gratitude. It's impossible. There are two different experiences, two different wiring, two different synapses to the brain. You can't hit both centers at the same time. Brain doesn't work that way. And neither does your body. And everything's in the law of duality. So take a commitment. Challenge yourself this year and say, I'm going to read every single day, or I'm going to map out my months of what I want to learn. I'm going to do X, Y, Z, whatever it is. And then here's another thing I'm going to challenge you. Comment below with that, because now you're declaring it out there. And that's just going to level up a little bit more to challenge you. If you have any questions, any comments whatsoever, let me know. Until next time, I'll see you all tomorrow.